Hi, everybody. I wanted to congratulate MAGA America for perpetuating the biggest lie ever told in American history. A lie that has been told for hundreds of years. A lie that has been so entwined in the American fabric, millions of Latinos have been deceived. This lie has led millions of Latinos believing and even sacrificing their lives defending it. The big lie I'm speaking of is the American Constitution. An American Constitution that they say is the law of the land and must be defended at all costs. A constitution that required the sacrifice of Latino blood and devotion. A devotion that must be generationally fed in order to preserve that never attainable freedom that the Constitution allegedly promises. MAGA America has continually told us that we are not American enough, so we must sacrifice our children's lives by joining the armed services to protect the freedoms enshrined in the Constitution. They would continually tell our community that we are not yet ready to join this so-called American experiment. They say we have not done enough to enjoy the fruits of our labor. We have not shown enough to be treated as first-class citizens. They say these things even though we help build and protect this nation on a daily basis. They hold up the illusionary Constitution like a carrot in front of a burro, continually tricking us into believing that one day we will be truly part of the American society, a society where we are treated fairly and have every opportunity to succeed or fail on our own merits. With the election of Donald Trump, the biggest lie ever told in American history has finally been exposed. Donald Trump represents one of the last desperate gasps of retaining MAGA domination in this country. In the end, MAGA America knew he was a white supremacist and a fascist, a corrupt fascist that will burn down this country to its core. It is a very sickening display of hypocrisy whereby MAGA Americans are following a fascist ideology because they will benefit from its application. MAGA America lied and said the Constitution is the law of the land as long as they were the benefactors of such doctrine. Once MAGA America realized that fascism would help them retain their domination over non-MAGAs, they jumped off the USS Constitution and boarded the Mussolini train to hell, a hell that destroys the American dream at its core. They may enjoy this ride for several years, but when you oppress minorities, they will eventually rise up and take what they have been denied. MAGA America, your abandonment of the American Constitution will sow horrendous harm to this country, a harm that may never be repairable. The recent Supreme Court ruling that legalized racism against Latinos is further evidence of the big constitutional lie. Where did all those folks who purported to devote their lives to protect our constitutional rights go? Those so-called constitutional guardians have mysteriously vanished from the marketplace of ideas. This further highlights their hypocrisy. They have disappeared because the rights they purported to support were only reserved for MAGAs and not for the uninvited Latinos. Problem is, the invitation was never going to come. They portray Latinos as mere immigrant peasants that are new to this country, even though the vast majority of Latinos have been born here or have generational connections to this land. We are cast as this newly arrived immigrant that does not deserve equal treatment. If MAGA America is so committed to denying our rightful place in society, then please return our land that was wrongfully stolen in 1848, and we will go on our merry way.